Hi, my name is Kratu Ain binti Syamsul Bukhari. We are students from Diploma in Mathematical Science students from Group RCDCS 1433E in UiTM Arau Perlis. In probability, a population includes all individuals a study analyzed, while a sample is a subset of that population. For this project, our population is all RCDCS 1433E students enrolled in STA150. We explore students' preferred movie genres such as comedy, horror, and romance to apply probability to everyday decisions. Data was collected via Google Forms and a random sample of 30 students was selected using a spinning wheel for fairness. This project demonstrates how probability applies in real life by calculating and comparing experimental and theoretical probabilities. By analyzing the sample's preferences, we aim to identify the most popular genre and highlight probabilities' practical applications.
My name is Shamin Farah Amani. I'll be explaining about background study. Watching movies is a common daily activity that varies in duration and offers a wide range of genres to suit personal preferences, with each student having a favorite. Movies provide an escape from reality, allowing viewers to experience emotions like fear, excitement, joy, and sadness. Films frequently inspire students' imaginations and encourage them to consider novel concepts or think beyond the box. Beyond entertainment, films serve as a learning tool, exposing students to different cultures, histories, and perspectives. Whether through action, drama, or documentaries, movies broaden students' understanding of the world and enrich their lives. Since there is something for everyone in the wide range of genres, movies play a vital role in the lives of many students.
The objectives that we gain from this report are: first, to identify the preferred movie genres among students, specifically focusing on comedy, horror, and romance. Second, to obtain the frequency of each film genre. Third, to calculate and compare the experimental probability and theoretical probability of each film genre. Lastly, to identify the difference between experimental probability and theoretical probability.
Hi, my name is Nurin Shahira and I will be explaining about our significance of study. The knowledge gained from this study will help students uncover the movie genre that they most prefer. These genres, which are comedy, horror, and romance, are selected to let us know more about what students love to see in a movie, either something about relationships, fear, joy, or identity. Moreover, we can discover how movie genres can affect a student's emotional and mental state, and how they can change a student's point of view in real life. Last but not least, this study provides us with some information about the relationship between the type of a person and the movie genre that they prefer.
These are the population response gained from the sample of this experiment, which consists of names and favorite genre. I'll be explaining about the experimentation. We have conducted a survey about basic film genres based on their preferences. All of the students from RCDCS 1433E of STA150 were included in the survey as our population. Using the Google Form platform, we have gathered a list of students' names and information for this survey. Based on the names on the student list and the data from our population, we selected 30 students as our sample for this experiment. In order to determine the frequency, we then entered the data into the wheel and were able to gather 30 samples, which is sampling with replacement. The population is all 30 students from RCDCS 1433E of STA150. The sample is 30 students of our population selected randomly for analysis, and the sample space is comedy, romance, and horror. 1 out of 30 students selected comedy as their preferred film genre. Among the students, the majority 15 out of 30 select horror as their preferred genre. Last but not least, 14 out of 30 students select romance.
For the result, we put it into the table. Total usage for comedy is 3, for romance is 30 and horror is 40, while the frequency for comedy is 1, for romance is 40, and lastly, horror is 50. The experimental probability for comedy is 1 over 30, while for romance is 14 over 30, and lastly, the experimental probability for horror is 15 over 30.
Question E. The theoretical probability of getting comedy is 3 out of 30. Question F. The theoretical probability of getting romance is 13 out of 30. Question G. The theoretical probability of getting horror is 14 out of 30.
Next question is to find the difference between experimental probability of obtaining comedy genre and the theoretical probability of obtaining the comedy genre. Use 1 over 30 for experimental probability minus 3 over 30 for theoretical probability, and we will get negative 1 over 15, which is negative 6%. As a result, out of 30 students stating their favorite genres, there are 6 students who are not picking comedy genre over theoretical probability. Next, the difference between experimental probability of obtaining romance genre and the theoretical probability of obtaining the romance genre. Use 14 over 30 for experimental probability minus 3 over 30 for theoretical probability, and we will get 1 over 30, which is 3%. As a result, out of 30 students stating their favorite genres, there are 3% students picking romance genre over theoretical probability. Now, for the last question, the difference between experimental probability of obtaining horror genre and the theoretical probability of obtaining the horror genre. Use 15 over 30 for experimental probability minus 14 over 30 for theoretical probability, and we will get 1 over 30, which is 3%. As a result, out of 30 students stating their favorite genres, there are 3% students picking the horror genre over theoretical probability. To summarize the conclusion, this project investigates students' preferences for romance, comedy, and horror genres. We collect theoretical probabilities by sending out a Google Form survey responses as our questionnaire. After that, we use the spinning wheel of names to get the experimental probabilities. Frequencies of preferences are calculated for comparison between theoretical and experimental results. Then, the discrepancies in probabilities will highlight variations in students' genre preferences. Through this experiment, we got comedy theoretical probability 6%, which is higher than experimental, while romance and horror theoretical probabilities are both 3% lower than experimental.
For the first question, we need to find value A. First, we take integrate 1 to 3 3z squared over 52 plus with integrate 3 to az cubed over 272 equals to 1. We then take the constant out and integrate z squared and z cubed. We will get 3 over 52 integrate 1 to 3 z cubed over 3 and 1 over 272 integrate 3 to az power 4 over 4. We then substitute the upper limit minus lower limit. Then, we will get 1 over 2 plus 1 over 1088 in bracket of a power 4 minus 81. We then find the value a and the final answer is 5.
Roman 2. Compute e to z plus 3 square. To answer this question, we have to find ez and ez square. Ez is equals to integrate 1 to 3z times 3z square over 52 dz plus integrate 3 to 5z times z cubed over 272 dz equals to take out 3 over 52, integrate 1 to 3z cubed dz plus 1 over 272 integrate 3 to 5z power 4 dz equals to 3 over 52 in bracket z power 4 over 4 1 to 3 plus 1 over 272 in bracket z power 5 over 5 3 to 5 equals to 3 over 52 in bracket 3 power 4 over 4 minus 1 power 4 over 4 plus 1 over 272 in bracket 5 power 5 over 5 minus 3 power 5 over 5 equals to 15 over 13 plus 1441 over 680. The final answer is 3.273. Now ez squared is equals to integrate 1 to 3 z squared times 3z squared over 52 dz plus integrate 3 to 5 z squared times z cubed over 272 dz equals to 3 over 52 integrate 1 to 3 z power 4 dz plus 1 over 272 integrate 3 to 5 z power 5 dz equals to 3 over 52 in bracket z power 5 over 5 1 to 3 plus 1 over 272 in bracket z power 6 over 6 3 to 5 equals to 3 over 52 in bracket 3 power 5 over 5 minus 1 power 5 over 5 plus 1 over 272 in bracket 5 power 6 over 6 minus 3 power 6 over 6 equals to 363 over 130 plus 931 over 102. The final answer is 11.9198. Next, last but not least, e 2z plus 3 square is equals to e in bracket 4z square plus 12z plus 9 equals to 4 ez square plus 12 ez plus e9 equals to 4 times 11.9198 plus 12 times 3.273 plus 9, which is the final answer will be 95.955.
Now, let's move to the last question. To find the variance, we use the formula ez square minus in bracket square ez. For in bracket square ez, we should take the ez answer from before and square it. Then, it will become 11.9198 minus 3.273 square and we will get the answer 1.207.